So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with,
Dylan from Stay Put.
and we're asking some questions today about their newest single, "The Anatomy of a Giraffe." Honest art. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
Thank you so much. It's been pretty good. I've been happy with it. It's our I think it's our best song yet as far as composition goes, as far as production goes, definitely. And we've been getting feedback saying that moving in the right direction, sounding good. So I'm hyped for it. I'm happy about that.
I definitely agree on the production front. Everything
Yeah.
from like that first EP to now, it's just like an increase like that.
It's a big step up, yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, is there any meaning behind the single name or cover art?
So originally, I'm not sure if you guys had seen it before, but we made a T-shirt back in February
Mhm.
of two giraffes like fighting with like their necks like tangled up. So like we've had this idea since October. So like we commissioned an artist to do the art, and I was like, it'd be so cool to like just have like these animals fighting and like symbolizing different things. So we made this shirt. We originally made two hoodies, one for me and Daniel, and then we were like, you know what? People might like this, so we'll put up a pre-order. So we made some shirts. People got some shirts, and all along the time that we've been doing that, we were like, all right, well, let's go ahead and write this song around this idea. So Daniel, he came up with a few riffs, sent them my way. I had no lyrics in mind at all. I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to do for this, and we sat on it for like 2 months, and then I was just like one day, like an hour and a half, like everything came to me, and I was like, all right, cool, let's run with it, let's demo it, and then let's get to it. So we worked on it. It took us about like 8 months to get it ready to go, but really like we only spent like 3 or 4 months like actually like working on it and tweaking little things. So
All right,
Solid.
very cool.
And the cover art. Oh, wait, you already explained the cover art,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
yeah, we actually, the cover art originally was gonna be the T-shirt,
Yeah.
but it was like the T-shirt artwork, but I'm not the best at Photoshop, so it looked kind of bad, and we'd already kind of like exceeded our budget. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh no. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take we did like these promo videos of like a giraffe walking around like at a zoo. So I was like, I'm just gonna take the giraffes' heads and just like really kind of like distort them and just throw like some rustic background to it.
Yep.
And Daniel liked it, I liked it, so I guess it's good.
All right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So can you tell me a little about your writing process for this single?
Yeah, so like I said, Daniel, he threw out a few riffs, and I was like, we actually kind of storyboarded it. So we had the idea of, we had the shirt design made, and then we were like, all right, let's see what to do. And so we ended up doing was, we were like, all right, let's have a story play out where like one giraffe is is like eating from a tree, and then another giraffe comes up and tries to like take its territory, and then they start fighting, and then like other animals gather around and watch, and then they end up being like getting their necks tangled up like the T-shirt ended up being, and then they eventually pass away because they can't get out of it. So
Oh.
we're like, all right, this is really dark. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
we were like, wow, this is all right, this sounds metal enough. So we just kind of like, I guess, thought of that story and then tried to portray it through music. And I think Daniel did a fantastic job with the guitar work for us. I mean, it's very guitar driven, and I think that he really leads the way on this one. He's really shining, and it's just showing how fantastic of a musician he really is. So if without him being able to, kind of lead the song and like structure it the way that he did, there's no way I could have came over top and put down what I did. So big shout out to Daniel.
So
Shout
true.
out to Daniel.
Shout out
Mhm.
Daniel.
So, can you tell us your favorite lyric off this track and the meaning behind it?
Yeah. If I can think of the lyrics right. Actually, you know what? It's not even like super related to the rest of the song, but it's actually the first line. It's "The sky cries,"
Mhm.
and I just really like that because it is pretty much just describing a storm.
Yeah.
Like the storm before everything happens, before the battle takes place in the song, and it's just rain. And then it was so poetic, I guess you could say. The
Hmm.
day before we released it, Virginia got hit with the tropical storm or tropical
Yeah.
depression. Yeah,
Hmm.
and I went for a run during the storm on like a trail run. I really gotten into trail running like 3 weeks ago, and it was like just like gushing and water pouring everywhere, and it felt right because like our song comes out the next day,
Yeah.
opening with "The Sky Cries," and I was like, this is so cool.
It's
It was
perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just felt so fantastic on that run that day.
Meant
That's
to
good.
be. So where was your headspace at while you were writing the single?
Um, it was kind of hard to write. I had been having writer's block for a while for this song, and it just took a lot of kind of focus. I got the one inspiration, and then like I said, I knocked the lyrics out really quickly. But I was searching for inspiration for a long time, so I was listening to honestly not even bands. I was listening to mostly like artists. Like I've been super into anything that isn't heavy, which isn't like portrayed at least vocally on this because I still screaming. So
Hmm.
I've been
Yeah.
listening to like my favorite artist of the year. Like, and I know he's been big forever, and I've been into him for a while, but I've really like dove deep into Travis Scott's sophomore album.
So true. Yeah.
Like The Ends is my favorite song of the year by far. That I've really like dove deep into. Like I was looking at the lyrical content, and like just listening to Birds in the Trap, I was like, you know, I don't know. It just broke me through like the barrier that I was having, and I was like, all right, let's go. So I've just really been into to anything outside of metal recently. And I've always been into music outside of metal, but it's really helped me kind of break away from like constantly listening to metal all the time. So then I'll be like, oh, I'll write the same things that I'm hearing,
Mhm.
Yeah,
So it kind of gives like a fresh perspective into writing different lyrics.
I like that.
Definitely. Awesome. So this one should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this single for new listeners in 3 words.
Heavy, energetic, sassy.
Sassy. Okay.
All right.
Solid.
Okay.
Those are good. Those are good. And fast.
Yes.
Nice job. Mhm.
So, in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling you want your listeners to have while going through the song?
Definitely not panic,
Uh-huh.
but
Yeah.
it could induce panic, especially like in a live setting. We're trying to get some shows going. Hopefully we'll have something lined up in September. Can't say anything about it just because it's not really on our end that it's going to be lined up. It's just going to be on the show's end.
Mhm.
So fingers crossed that comes out and that's good to go. But we really just wanted to have something that would kind of be good live. I went back and listened to a lot of our older stuff, and I like it a lot, but I was kind of thinking, what could we do that might be a little bit better live once live music actually comes back? So just hopefully people are feeling the energy so they can move with it live.
All right. I like that.
Definitely. So what band or artist influences do you hear the most off this track? I know you mentioned Travis Scott, but
Yeah.
was that more? Can you hear that?
I do not think you can hear that.
Yeah.
As much as I wish I could do like his style
Mm-hmm.
is like it's like psychedelic trap. I wish I could do that,
Yeah.
but that wouldn't really fit with us.
It'd be
It's-
cool though.
Right? Yeah.
It'd be cool.
For our new album that we're working on.
Mhm.
I'm trying to incorporate a lot more sounds like that, at least vocally for me. So I'm still gonna be screaming, but like really heavily emphasizing like auto tune.
Yeah.
Because I like previewed it a little bit in like the second verse of this song.
Mhm.
But I just love the sound of auto tune. Like
Yeah.
I'm not that bad of a singer. I mean, I'm not great by any means, but I just love how auto tune sounds. I just think
Yeah.
it like old Attack, like that really inspires me. But as far as who the song sounds like, I don't know. Daniel's very inspired by the Agonist.
Mhm.
And I don't listen to them too much. Shout out the Agonist though. I'm sure they are fantastic.
Yeah.
But he's really inspired by them, really inspired by Trivium.
Banger.
And I'm very inspired by Dance Gavin Dance, Knocked
Nice.
Loose, the
Mhm.
Acacia Strain. So like more like post-hardcore, metalcore-esque bands
Mhm.
that are like, I guess kind of more in the mainstream right now, more getting more focus
Mhm.
as far as like vocal stylings go. So I'd say vocally for me, it'd be like a mix of all 3 of them and then like a little bit of auto-tune.
All right.
Okay. Solid.
So as you mentioned, you guys are working on an album currently. What can you tell us about it?
Honestly, I can tell you whatever, really.
All right, fucking tell us
All right,
everything
go
then.
for it. Tell us everything.
So the writing process has been a little difficult. We've written like 7 songs at this point, but we're only like really content on 2.
Mhm.
So it's probably gonna be one of those processes where people are like, "Oh yeah, we wrote 100 songs for the album, and only 10 made it." But like,
Yeah.
it's it's fun. It's the 2 songs that we have. I absolutely love. I think Daniel absolutely loves them, and I'm assuming this episode's gonna come out a little bit further away from right now, so I can
Like a week or
2
two.
weeks.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we should be good. So we actually added a 3rd member to the band.
Oh,
Okay.
what?
Yeah. We hadn't announced it yet. But we should announce it like within a week or something. So no big deal. His name's Hayden. He's gonna be our drummer, and he is a beast. He is a monster.
All right.
That's amazing.
So yeah, he's gonna be in on the writing process too. So that's why we've kind of like halted and like slowed down a little bit on writing, because we want to get his input on
Mhm.
everything. So, but he's really content with the 2 songs that we already have like fleshed out,
Yeah.
and we want to get a lot of features on it from like people in like the local scene, the internet scene, the Twitter scene, people that I respect, people that I listen to all the time. I'd like to make it like a really collaborative album. I think that'd be
Mhm.
really fun. Daniel and Hayden seem down for that. So, if anyone who's listening right now wants to do some vocals on it, obviously, we'll pay you guys, but because you got to pay your artists, shout
Yeah.
out making money, shout out capitalism. But yeah, so like, if I would just love to like, I think music for me is really like the community thing of it, like
Mhm.
making friends and having those experiences. And I think a lot of people in the metal world are all like, "Oh yeah, I wrote this all myself," and which is cool, like.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, so many other genres collaborate with so many other people. It's just really cool to like be what's the saying, like, to be greater than the sum of the parts.
Mm.
Yeah, so like that's kind of like the vibe we're going for. So it's a slow process, but 2 out of X amount of number of songs that are
Come on.
definitely yeah. It's probably gonna be 10.
Okay.
All right.
Probably going for
That's
10.
good.
But
Alright.
but yeah, hopefully shooting for like, I'd say spring of next year, just to give us some time to like iron everything out
Yeah.
and get the features if people are interested in doing it.
Mhm.
And if not, it's just gonna we'll just erase this part of history.
Yeah.
Redacted.
Redacted, exactly. We'll just block this entire section out.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine. It's fine. So for this question, I want you to picture you're on tour. You're at a gas station for a rest stop. You're going in. What is your snack of choice?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Can it be like a drink too, or?
Yeah, sure. You
Sure,
could
yeah.
have a drink with that.
So I've been going to 7-Eleven like a few times a week and
Yeah.
getting like the Quest cookies,
Ooh.
like they're like the protein cookies,
Mm-hmm.
and I really like those. I've recently lost like 25 pounds, so I was like, let's go.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank
Oh.
you. So I was really hype about just like trying to like get back into fitness. I used to be really into fitness back in the day, so I'm like, it's good to like reconnect with it.
Mhm.
So I'd say, those Quest cookies, the chocolate chip, I mean, they're not the greatest, but like for like a protein cookie, bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a LaCroix. Like,
Oh my God. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
do you like LaCroix?
Oh my God. I love LaCroix. Yeah.
What's your favorite flavor?
Oh God. Don't do that. Grapefruit, I guess. I don't know.
That's a good
That's the
one.
first one that came to mind. That's the one I used to drink the most. So
They're all pretty
grapefruit.
good, yeah. The
Yeah.
watermelon for me, if I could pick any of them, the watermelon,
Mhm.
fire, so good.
Fire. That's a good one. It's a really
My
good one.
girlfriend hates them. Like, she'll be like, "Oh, let me take a sip." Like, whenever a new one comes out, I'm like, "Why?" And she was like, "Bleh, "It's disgusting."
Well, that you get all the LaCroix then. You don't have to
Yeah.
share.
Exactly.
There
Exactly.
you go.
But yeah,
Mhm.
I love
Balance.
Listen, Glory's the only one that drinks LaCroix, but somehow this podcast still runs solely off LaCroix.
hey, LaCroix, sponsor Good Noise.
Yeah, please, dude.
We're trying.
I tried.
We're
I
trying.
tried. No, I tried with the other one. Who's the other one? No, it was LaCroix.
Yeah.
I reached out to LaCroix. And yeah, but anyway, sponsor us.
Yeah.
So, for the last couple questions, we're going to shift away from music, and you're going to become an animal now. We don't have a segue
Yes,
for
we
this.
do.
We do? Well, I forgot. I've forgotten how to
Okay,
do
so
everything.
for these last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Sick. So if you could become one animal for the rest of your life, which animal would you be and why?
Ooh. I don't know. First thing that came to my head was a rhinoceros,
Ooh,
because
okay.
they're one of my favorites, but they're
Mhm.
also going extinct, so like pretty sad.
Yeah.
Um, I also love turtles, but they're kind of slow. I have a turtle. Actually have a turtle tattoo. I kind of want to say a rabbit because I have a pet rabbit, but
hmm
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go with the rhinoceros because they're cool. Like the horn's cool. They're kind of not really majestic, but I guess just cool. I mean, that's the best way I
Yeah,
feel
they're
like I
pretty
can
cool.
describe it. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
solid. All right.
So if you could listen to one song for the rest of your life, what song would it be?
Oh
And fuck that
no.
one up.
Ooh. All right. One song. Ooh. For the rest of my life,
The rest of your life.
I don't think there's any other song that gets me more excited and can like change my mood than Kiss Land by The Weeknd.
There you go.
Solid.
I still
Love
haven't
The
listened to
Weeknd.
that album yet.
Oh,
but
what? I thought you'd
Wait,
listen to
hold
all
up,
of his
what?
albums.
I
You
have
haven't listened to Kiss Land?
That is the only Weekend album I have not listened to.
You've got to listen to it. That's my album of the decade for the 2010s.
All right.
Wow.
It's
So
like
good.
I'm starting to get like back into The Weeknd. I was listening to him last night, so at
You
some
should.
point I will finally visit that album.
What's your favorite Weeknd song?
Oh fuck. I don't know. I think right now it might be King of the Fall because he keeps on like putting it
Ooh.
on Spotify and taking it off.
Yeah.
Or Save Your Tears off the new album. I like that one too.
That's a good one.
Is it the OG one or the one with Ariana?
The OG one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's like super, super into the Ariana one. I'm like, it's good, but like, come on, you know?
Like,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Alright. So for this last question, boom, you're on a desert island. You can only bring one person, one movie, and one album. Who and what are you bringing?
Well, I guess for the album, I have to say Kiss Land because I said it was my album of the year.
Mhm.
Either, yeah, I'll say that. One person I would probably bring my wonderful girlfriend of 6 years, Lily.
Mhm.
We just had our anniversary, so shout out Lily.
Congratulations. Mhm.
Thank you. And movie, I'm not the biggest movie guy, but I watch a lot of movies, ironically. So
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Yeah,
okay.
Off the top of my head, I'd have to say Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
All right.
Mhm.
It's like a horror comedy from like 2010,
Oh, okay.
and I don't know, like I haven't watched it in like 7 years, but I remember that I was like, this is my favorite movie, so I've just stuck with that ever since.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
So as Glory said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me again. You know, it's been a great time talking with y'all. So shout out Good Noise, everyone. Follow them everywhere on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, all the streaming platforms. Hopefully we get those hoodies coming out.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Glory and I haven't even talked about it.
Oh.
We were in two different parts of the world, like
Literally,
further
yeah.
away than normal when I made
Yeah.
that tweet.
Yeah, I was halfway across the country and I just see a notification. Are those hoodies coming out though? And I was like, what hoodies?
Oh, Shane, what did you do this time?
Gone for a week, dude.
But yeah, shout out you guys for real. Shout out Pulses. They just put us
Love
on
Pulses.
their Making a Scene playlist. So much love to them. I really appreciate that. I've been a big fan of them ever since I found them almost 2 years ago, and they're from the DMV area, so that's
Yep.
cool. Shout out Nightlife. Their new Low EP
Love
was
Nightlife.
fantastic, and the
Mhm.
Lonely cover, come on,
So good.
beautiful. Yeah. So shout out to all of them. Of course, shout out to you guys, and please stream The Anatomy of a Giraffe on all streaming platforms.
All right.
Woo.
Well, thank you for now. This has been Dylan from Stay Put, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.